So this has been a long time coming. Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for SH Figuarts by Bandai Tamashii Nations. We got Goku Super Saiyan 4 last year, and almost a year to this day. Was it November or December that Goku came out of last year? And here we have Vegeta finally. Took long enough, but the wait was well worth it for me because this is a form that I've wanted for a long time. I've always wanted support for the Dragon Ball GT TV show that I know is not canon and a lot of people are not a fan of, but I am a fan of it. I actually love GT and I want to see more figures, more characters made for the SH Figuarts line. Hopefully these two figures here spark some excitement, some interest in exploring more of the GT universe. I want to see the Shadow Dragons. I want to see Baby Vegeta and some of the other characters in that show. Now, before we move on, I do want to give a shout out to Figure Grail. Please check them out in the links in the description below. This is where I got my Vegeta figure from, and I was able to grab him early because of Figure Grail. What they do is they specialize in importing all of the imports from Japan at the same time or around the same time that they release in Japan and bringing it over to the United States. So if you are someone like me that always wants to get their imports as early as possible, especially when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, then check them out because they will hook it up when it comes to that early release. You don't have to wait a month or two for that US release. You can still get it relatively around the same price as what it would cost you to get it imported. So like a figure like this that was sold out, I mean this thing sold out in minutes when it went up on import sites. I was able to grab him through Figure Grail because he had some in stock and he was able to ship it to me to the US directly at the same time that the Japan release came out. Alright, so my boy here stands about 6 inches to the tip top of his hair, but if you look at his forehead, he's about 5 inches tall. So he's pretty short, just like he is supposed to be. I think they got the height right. He comes packed in with a total of 4 faceplates, including the neutral face on his head right now. Here's a good look at that face. Then we get a nice little Vegeta smirk here. Classic. And of course, it's not Vegeta if he doesn't get pissed off. Here is a more angry looking face expression. And last but not least, we get a open mouth yelling expression here for a powering up pose or a yelling at Kakarot pose, whatever you may want to use it for, but those are all his faceplates. His tail does come detached in the package, so you're going to have to plug that in yourself. It's just a ball jointed hinge here. So there you go, that plugs right into his behind, and you got his tail. As you see, we do get a pair of fists on the figure. And that is just one pair out of 6 in total that we have. Here's his second pair of hands. We have these with the index finger, middle finger, and thumb out. Then we have some pretty standard Vegeta hands here, or karate chopping hands. Open hands again, but slightly different pose. And open hands once again, but this time they have a big old peg there, so we can plug in his final accessory, which is this little ball energy effect here. You could just plug that right in, and now you can have him blasting away at his enemies. So taking a closer look at Vegeta here, we can see the nice fine detail on his fur, for his arms and his torso. They went with a kind of a bright red, similar to how they did with Goku, but I don't think they 100% match. We're going to take a look at that. But I do wish that the red fur was a little bit darker. I said the same thing about the Goku figure, but they went with a more brighter color. Now, of course, I do have some bright LED lights on this guy right now, so it looks even brighter in the video, but in the end of the day, it should be just a tad bit darker. But overall, it is a gripe that I can look past by, especially since I'm holding probably the greatest Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta figure to this date. So, they did went with the accurate brown, the dark brown hair. When he transforms to Super Saiyan 4, for whatever reason, he loses his black hair and it goes to brown. I guess it doesn't really make sense, but neither does hair going yellow or blue when they transform into Super Saiyans. Here's the torso, looks really, really good. We got the purple belt with the purple gloves, and I really love the paint job on the legs. Here are the blue jeans, or the blue pants that he's wearing. You can see that airbrush effect on those freaking thigh muscles there. They look fantastic. I love that paint job effect. It's only on the front side though, but it does make this figure pop just a little bit better. I love that they included the airbrushing there. And then we have the purple boots here that remind me of the design that Future Trunks had for his boots. And they do have toe hinges here, of course. Very, very just great looking Vegeta. He does have hinges on the back hair pieces, just like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so it doesn't hinder his head movement. He can look up without any issues there because the hair will articulate out the way, so that's awesome. So let's go ahead and run through that. His head is on your standard ball joint hinge. The neck is separately articulated, so it will allow him to look up even further. He looks down, he looks left and right, head tilting. Then we have these little hair pieces on the side that also articulate as well. Arms will go all the way forward. They go all the way back down. We do get the butterfly joints here at the torso that allow his arms to go forward and back, in and out, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows with a swivel and a hinge there for that ball jointed wrist peg. Diaphragm joint at the torso here goes all the way around, goes forward and back, tilts, swivels, as well as a ball jointed waist swivel right here. So all kinds of motion here. We're pretty much accustomed to this articulation for SH Figuarts. We get the 3.0 groin leg articulation that we all are loving right now. Legs kick forward, they go back down, they go in and out. What's great about these new 3.0s is that we no longer have those little plates that have been hanging around the groin area, loose pieces of plastic that were present in the 2.0 versions. So now we get a little bit more of a nicer looking breakage of the articulation points there. Thigh swivel at the leg, we get a double jointed knee. There is no boot cut shin swivel, but we do get a ball jointed hinge for the foot, an ankle rocker, ankle swivel, and as I showed you earlier, the toe hinge right there at the foot. Alright, so here we have him next to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and you can see here that the scale is on point. I really like this. They do look great, and here's that comparison next to the colors of their fur being slightly different. Now this is actually accurate. This is what they are supposed to look like. Vegeta does have a darker fur color than Goku. Goku having that pinkish reddish color rather than that darker red. So for whatever reason, that's how they were designed, and Bandai Tamashii accurately portrayed it here with these two figures. So that wraps things up on this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta SH Figuarts figure by Bandai Tamashii Nations. Please do not forget to check out Figure Grail if you guys are still looking for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He does not come out in the States for probably another month or two. Who knows? So if you want him now, then hit up Figure Grail and he will hook you up with the newest release here and any other imports that you may want that are coming out now. The Squid Game Soldiers just released over there, so that may be something of interest. And as always guys, hit the like button down below, comment your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.